hear us?
Yes, we can hear you. Please proceed. Thank you.
Good afternoon to the co-chairs of the General Law Committee, Senator Maroney and Representative D'Agostino. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak today. My name is Alicia Lazat.
And I'm JC Martinez Estrada.
We are both Enfield Youth Council members. Youth Council is a youth-led, adult guidance, substance misuse prevention group for high school students. We are here today in support of the proposed raised bill number 199. In Enfield, we see a growing issue with underage nicotine use and how underage teens are accessing these substances. I can recall back to 7th grade, every day I saw smoke rising from the bathroom stalls, and I wondered how teens so young were able to access nicotine. Today, as a junior in high school, it is the same teens I see every day vaping in the bathroom. By now, these teens are developing potential lifelong addictions, but it all roots back to where they got these substances in the first place, and who let teens so young access a substance so dangerous and life-altering.
Whether acquiring nicotine vapes starts with the retailer/dealers. For example, I participated in a shoulder tap compliance check conducted in partnership with the Enfield Police Department on a nicotine dealer. One young woman I approached after informing her of the purpose of the shoulder tap had confessed to me that she was underage, and that this nicotine retailer/dealer did not check IDs. When she had come out of the establishment, she said they had this time asked her for her ID. The only plausible reason I could come up with in my head was since the dealer knew what we were doing that day, they wanted to be on their best behavior. Who knows how many more nicotine dealers in this state are selling to underage minors without notice? This is a serious problem and people need to start noticing it. In my town last year, there was a need for an educational presentation to 5th graders regarding nicotine vaping because they were accessing nicotine vapes. This bill needs to be passed for the sake of the adolescents and the kids in this upcoming generation. I don't want to live in a world where I continuously see more people my age and younger develop these lifelong addictions that could possibly lead to their death. These dealers need to understand the legal repercussions and especially the physical and emotional effects of nicotine vapes on minors. This isn't a simple business transaction to gain these dealers more money. We're talking about the lives of adolescents put in danger due to retail access of nicotine vapes. In 2019, the age to purchase nicotine vapes was raised to 21. Connecticut legislatures recognize how serious of a problem these products are. The passing of this bill will help strengthen the legislation on nicotine vapes by educating these dealers on the repercussions of selling nicotine vapes to underage minors, and in turn, allow less adolescents, even as young as 11 years old, acquire them and develop lifelong addictions. Adults say our generation is the future, so help us save it. Thank you, council members, for hearing our
Thank you. Senator Kissel.
I want to thank both of you and the Enfield Youth Council. I think there's 2 other speakers as well, but I just wanted to say you're in good company because your number was about there with the head of the AFL-CIO here in Connecticut, so that's not so bad company. But the fact that you care so much about the young people coming behind you, and you're just sophomores and juniors and you know, in high school, that's extraordinarily commendable. The fact that you went on a sting, Chief Fox and everyone else in the Enfield Police Department deserve great credit for using you guys, and you guys volunteered to do that to see if these stores would sell to underage minors, and they did ID them the one time, but you figured they were onto your sting, so that was, they must have got tipped off. But you know, when Representative Hall and I just met with you about a month ago, I was incredibly impressed with your public spiritedness, and I really appreciate you being with us all afternoon to testify this afternoon right now. And I'm looking forward to your 2 colleagues testifying as well. And I also want to thank the leadership of this committee for raising this bill, and it might actually have a little bit of legs because, you know, folks that are found in violation of selling to minors are absolutely flaunting and not obeying the public policy that this legislature struggles with. We do not pass bills lightly. It's very hard to get a bill across the finish line. And if we think tobacco and vaping and nicotine is that addictive and that detrimental, we mean business. And what you're testifying to, that you've seen these kids in the bathroom doing this year after year, they're hooked. And so I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. And I thank you, Chairman Maroney.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for bringing this concept to Senator Kissel, and thank you, Senator Kissel, for bringing the concept to us, and we look forward to working with you. So thank you, as Senator Kissel alluded to, thank you for hanging in there. It's been a long day. We're, as Bon Jovi would say, we're halfway there. You're probably going to have to Google that, but thank you so much for your testimony.
Yeah.
Yes, and Sam, Mr. Clerk, if we would let in Alicia Nicolino.
They should be on.
Alicia Nicolino, can you hear us? And hopefully I'm pronouncing your name
Good afternoon.
correctly.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you and see you. Please proceed.
Okay, good. Hello, co-chairs of the General Law Committee, Senator Maroney and Representative D'Agostino. Thank you again for having us today. My name is Izzy.
And my name is Nikki. We are here representing the Enfield Youth Council, a youth leadership group focused on preventing substance misuse. We are here today in support of the proposed raised bill number 199. According to the Enfield Youth Voices Count survey results in 2023, the average age of first-time nicotine use was 13 years old. For most kids, this is in middle school. Addiction to nicotine is starting before high school, and most kids will continue throughout their adult lives. The legal age for nicotine use is 21 years old. Kids are obtaining nicotine/vapes 8 years before the legal age. If it is illegal to vape underage, then how are they getting these vapes?
The same survey found that 44.3% of Enfield students say they had easy access to vape products. This all leads back to vape and nicotine product retail/dealers who don't follow laws around selling it to underage customers just for business purposes. These retailers/dealers clearly don't understand the mental and physical damage that nicotine and vape products cause for minors. This is why we need an act requiring an online prevention education for electronic nicotine delivery systems.
This online prevention education system will create a learning opportunity for these vendors and will spread awareness throughout Connecticut about the dangerous power that these vendors hold over our future generation. Education is a powerful compromise to an ongoing issue that Connecticut has dealt with for years.
This act will greatly reduce the number of teens able to easily access these deeply damaging products. Vape and nicotine products are extremely addictive substances. The vaping industry targets teens, and with the help of vape product suppliers, this industry gains a lifetime consumer. No wonder the vaping industry is worth billions of dollars. Thank you again for having us.
Thank you again, Senator Kissel.
Thank you very much, Chairman Maroney and Izzy and Nikki. Thank you so much for being patient all afternoon. Your testimony was compelling. I want to also thank, we have one of the Senate Republican counselors here, Melanie Dykes, who helped me craft this legislation along with the leadership of this committee. And you did a great job, because if there's that much of a difference, 13 to 21, the law is being flouted and it's not being obeyed. And you're saying there's huge consequences to these businesses just selling these products to young people. And I think requiring, if found to be violating the law, required to take an online course as to the ramifications of their bad behavior is not that much to ask. And so I really appreciate both of your testimony and your initiative, and the entire Youth Council and Town of Enfield should be very proud of all of you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Representative Ackert.
Thank you both for testifying. Question for you. If a student is caught using an illegal product to their age in school, what is the ramifications?
Some ramifications at our school would probably be suspension or detention. It depends on what they have on them, depending on if it's a vape product or if it's another substance, but usually suspension or detention. Honestly, though, it doesn't usually involve the police, not that I'm aware.
Yeah, I was just more thinking, thank you for that answer. I was thinking more along the lines of what take place in the action of school. So if I imagine if that takes place, the parents are notified. And I would hope that there's some ramification that the parents reach out to whoever's selling these illegally to them. So thank you very much for your answers. And again, thank you very much for staying with us and testifying.